time. Yay, you guys. Let me tell you what, Monday nights, especially month in Monday nights, I get super excited because I always think like, how you finish a month is how you're going to start the next month. With thriving for free, obviously you want to make sure that you yourself, like anybody on your team, that especially if they're really struggling to get their products monthly, making sure they're aiming for that goal, because that is a really big goal. They're able to get their products. And then your customers, making sure that you're reaching out to them, letting them know, because a simple post can go a long way. But also wrapping up, like right now we have the BOGO on the skincare. So I'm just going to tell you a really simple post to put out there. If you have the mask, if you have cleaning your brushes, anything like that. I know Twin's definitely done that a few times in her stories. The charcoal soap is really good for like cleaning any of your makeup brushes out really good. And also just really good for your skin overall. My husband actually loves to use the charcoal bar like all over his body. I use it whenever I'm at the like whenever I'm cleansing my face a lot at the sink in the mornings. I don't normally use it in the shower just because I use a different cleansing system a lot of times, but I do use it in the mornings for my first wake up, like cleanse of my face. I know that sounds like weird, but that's just what I do. I don't know. It's just how I've done it for a long time. But
I want to ask too, because some of you guys might know. Can you guys type it in the chats, please? If you guys are in the US or Canada, which products have you guys seen that are sold out? Because I know here in Canada, we don't have any more hand cream, we don't have any more charcoal. So yeah, like I haven't been, like I went in and I couldn't find those, but I'm not sure if US has those. So if you guys know what's sold out, help us all out and put it into the chat what you haven't seen for BOGO.
Okay, I'm going to take a look right now for the US, because I literally, the hand cream was out. I do know that because.
And it came back. Yep.
So let me take a look right now, because I will clear that one up for you guys. It looks like peptide, charcoal mask, charcoal, the soap, the bar soap is in right now.
I saw that. Same
Yeah,
here.
it looks like the 3-step system, the sample set, but no to the hand cream. No to the hand cream. So at least we know. So in Canada, there's some selections that are not available. But I'll tell you guys, if you've never used like the peptide, like the 3-step system, it's absolutely incredible. In fact, I don't even know why I don't use it on a regular basis. I know so many people that have had such incredible results with it. But I think some of us get in our habits and we just use whatever. I still use the elixir though. I love the elixir. I don't know if it's different in Canada, like if the combination, I mean, I know that it's a little bit different. Like, do you guys still get pretty good results, Jackie? I don't really know.
It is really good. It's just that, like, like Jason Kemper hit it on the head when we did the launch. He said if the one here is like, AA, the one in the US is AAA. Like it's just that much better. They're both amazing though. They both do the same thing of getting everything off the face. I just feel like the actual CBD formula definitely brightens up the face a bit more, and it's because it has those anti-inflammatory benefits, right? So if you guys have like any redness or anything like that on the face, or like even like a pimple or whatever, put some of our stuff on it and it like literally makes it all go down and go away. Yeah.
I do want to mention this though. And I feel like there are some people that are really not pushing for some of these bonuses because they feel like they're so out of reach for them. And I just want to encourage each one of you guys to know that it doesn't matter that this month is almost over. Okay. That the following month, I can remember back whenever I first started, and the majority of the boom in our business was in March and April. And like I had just gotten started in January, and like, yes, we were starting to create some momentum. We were talking to people, we were creating that excitement, but it was like March and April where we really had those big booms. So like a lot of you guys have been planting seeds in January, planting seeds in February, and I really want to encourage you to consistently stick with that, and consistently follow up, consistently post and put that stuff out there, because that is when your business is really going to start to boom. And that's when you're going to see the momentum really start picking up in your business. And like whenever I first started, my volume had rolled over from January to February because I had started January 15th. And then on March 1st, when I started, I mean, my volume started back at 0, but by the 24th, I was a brand new 200K. That meant there was a bazillion people on my team that had to promote, and a lot of volume that came in that I didn't have those previous months. Like I was not a 200K prior to March 24th of 2017. So all of that volume was created in those first few weeks going into March, right? So I really, really highly encourage all of you guys to know that you absolutely can do this. Please don't take yourselves off the table for it. Look for those people that really, really need that extra belief right now, because I think some people like fell back, and like honestly, like what better time for these re-rank? I have never seen them do these re-rank bonuses for people that actually have been at that rank. All right. So this is an absolutely incredible time. And I think we're going to see some amazing things happen over the next couple months. So I just want to take a second. Jackie, I know I talk so much. So I'm going to shut up because I know you always have some things planned, and I'm going to let you just kind of talk a little bit, and then I'll bounce off of you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, thank you. And yeah, I had a little thought that ran past my head as you were just saying that, because we just got these announcements. Like, I think we got it 20 something days ago, almost 30 days ago, right? We actually got the announcement that rank advancement was happening late January, even though we were already in rank advancement season. So you guys, this idea of rank advancement is still so fresh. I want you guys to remember that. So and something else that I was saying yesterday, I actually was not able to host a call last night because of the like flight delay that I had. I was actually just I pre-recorded a call. If you guys didn't watch it, it's still a good one to watch. It's very red, it's very aggressive. Hopefully it'll get you up off your butt, and like having you feel like you believe in yourself and you're worthy of this opportunity, and really taking a look and being accountable, right? If you're not where you want to be, I want you guys to really sit and reflect and ask yourself, did I give it my all? Right? Is it something that I gave my all? Could I have reached out a little bit more? Did I drop the ball in certain things? Right? And hold yourself accountable, because those are some of the things that I did, because I was thinking like I didn't hit my VIPs, but I didn't even try. You know what I mean? So when you remember that, then okay, well, I can probably do this. Yes, I can do this, right? I want you guys to talk to yourself like that. And then besides that, okay, so this idea of rank advancement, right? It's still very fresh, but there is an urgency attached to it because it's not going to be here for much longer, right? It's just until the end of April, but a lot can change if you change, right? A lot can change if you're actually taking actions, you're doing it today. You're doing things now, right? If you are planting seeds like now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. This month end is a little bit different from all the other month ends because it's rank advancement season. And, I'm going to always tell you to do what's going to be best for your business. Okay. So if you have someone who you're working on right now, obviously, I want you guys to use your best judgment. If I don't close this person right now, are they going to sign up with me in 2 days, right? Like, don't hold sales back if you think that you might lose that person, right? I want you guys to really think about that. It takes a little bit of gut feeling and intuition, right? Like it takes a little bit of that. Not everybody has that skill. Not everybody has that confidence in themselves. But like worst case, if you don't know, close them right now. Okay. Because that same person that needs to buy right now is going to need to buy next month. Right. And it's your job to nurture that person, make sure they have an amazing experience, make sure they keep it on that auto ship. That way that volume returns. Okay. And I'm just saying that because it's like, I know that a lot of people right now, they're like, oh, I don't want to put in some sales because I need to hold it back for whatever. do what's best for your business. Okay. Do what's best for your business. Do what's going to like work out for you long term. And then another thing is like, we have this idea so fresh with this rank advancement season, right? Some things I want to prepare you for is that, after this month, your dial might reset to 0 on the first of the month, right? This is completely normal. Okay. I want you guys to like really get comfortable with that. Don't worry, because those people are going to come back. If you're doing your job, if you're loving Thrive and you're getting them to love Thrive, they're going to come back, right? Part of our job here, what we do as promoters is really just helping people have the best experience and giving the resources to our promoters so that they can, do this business, and it's easy to share, right? But like, with this very fresh idea of rank advancement, like what Amanda was saying, I don't want anybody to count themselves out. Imagine you just opened a brand new business, right? A brand new brick and mortar store. It could be a restaurant or a boutique or whatever, a salon. Would you close your doors in less than 30 days, right? Probably not, right? You're going to stick to it. You're going to stick to it for as long as possible until until you can, right? That's what a real business is like. Now, here at Lavelle, or here in just network marketing in general, right? It's different. We don't have like overheads. We don't have all of these things and stuff. So I want you guys to really get like into the long-term vision of this business, right? Not just like I'm hitting a bonus this month, yay. And then like, your bonus, like the reason why they make our rank advancement bonuses the way that they are is because they want you to stick around, you guys. They want you guys to stick around. If you guys are earning that 4K rank, they want you guys to be here 8 months later. They want you guys to continue to change lives in that period of time. And for, that to help you, right? They want you to share it with more and more people. That way, eventually you'll have a legacy business. And, when push comes to shove, right? You'll be really grateful that you put in the work for the 8 months or whatever to build a team. Like, like you're thinking about it now, like, oh, I have to maintain 4K for 8 months. No, I mean, like, yeah, you do. You have to maintain 4K for 8 months, but realistically speaking, if you're really truly working your business, you can go way more than 4K in 8 months. That 4K is not just going to be a 4K team anymore, right? If you're really, really, truly helping people thrive, right? It can be an 80K team in 8 months, right? It can be a 200K team in 8 months, whatever it is. If you guys master that duplication, don't be scared of maintaining a rank, right? Don't be scared of maintaining a 4K rank. Get into the mindset of like, yeah, it's going to be great because I want to build bigger than the rank achievement that I'm going to get, right? It's very, very possible. The
I think
bonus
that's
is that
where yeah, but I think that's too where you also have to shift your focus on the people that are coming in, what they also want to accomplish, because you getting to that 4K rank is just that first step, right? And that person that's joining you, if they have a goal of wanting to make some extra money and maybe that bonus isn't there at that point, they still can make that amount residually every month. So I guess that's where, as somebody that hasn't earned a bonus in quite a few years now, right? Like one of these rank advancement bonuses, I can tell you, I mean, the amount of money from that rank advancement bonus, eventually it runs out, but my residual income has been way higher than that over the years, right? So even today, where it's at, it's still making, well over on a residual basis what I ever could have imagined making from home. So I think like, I'm focused on those people that are coming in, the VIPs, the brand new people. You guys, it's really hard sometimes to revive people that are just burnt, done. All right. So I highly encourage to focus on those new people coming in and those VIPs and those people getting to the 4K ranks. Then those people are going to create teams that are going to want to go 12K. And that 4K becomes the 12K, and the 12K becomes the next 40K, and so forth. Now, don't get me wrong. There are people that, maybe slip back in rank or whatever, and they have teams that are creating, and you guys are seeing them promote, and you're like, whoa, wait, where'd they come from? Look, I just saw an incredible story today of a girl that took time off she was running some kind of political thing or whatever. And she was a 200K.
I saw that. I
Yeah,
was like,
she was a
wow.
200K, took some time off, run for her position, She also does real estate or whatever. You guys, she hit the ground running, and she just hit her re-rank 200K. And I'm talking, she had slid way, way back. But she hit the gas pedal because it was go time. And that's where it's like, yeah, there's some urgency behind this because yeah, come April 30th, these bonuses will be gone, right? And some people will there's always like a transition period right when rank advancement ends, because there's people are like, well, now I missed it, so they just quit. Okay. And then there's those people that are like, okay, well, I've got to maintain, or they get like headstrong because they hit these ranks and they don't kind of maintain because they don't like continue following up their customers, and then they slide backwards and then they quickly slip off. Don't be those people.
And and they, and they sit in silence and don't ask for help.
Yes.
Like, yeah, it happens. You guys, we've seen it all, but just basically what Amanda said. Like, I mean, the bonuses, honestly, I look at them as just accountability bonuses, right? Like, cool, like this is happening right now. Here's an accountability bonus. And like, once it's gone, like you're in our amazing compensation plan that has paid more than ever, right? Like to people, like there's a lot of people who, I mean, there's people right now who built in like other seasons of rank advancement who have been collecting a check all this time, you guys, because they built then, right? And that's the power of residual income. So I don't ever want you guys to forget that. Yeah, but
So as we finish out the month, like honestly, you guys, just a rule of thumb, thriving for free is always following up with all your customers. Your customers that you signed this month, check in on them, see how they did. If you did samples, check in with those customers. Check in with all your sample customers, check in with your potentials that you talked to earlier on in the month. Maybe they weren't ready then, but they're going to be ready first week of March. Remember that somebody saying no doesn't mean no forever. It just can be just a time that's not for them. That's okay. You don't want somebody really joining you that it's not their timing, because then they're going to miss out probably on their VIPs and so forth. Focus on those new people that are coming in, getting their VIP bonuses, those new promoters, really setting them up for success, not overwhelming them, but setting them up for VIP 400, for 800, and 1600. And if they miss it, that's okay. They can still go for 4K. They can still go for like the different, ranks and so forth. But really just kind of collecting yourself as a team and then motivating yourselves, right? Every single day. The reality of it is a lot of repetition when it comes to this business. It comes down to getting in front of people every single day in some way, shape, or form, connecting with people in some way, shape, or form, letting people know that you're open for business. Right. So that's going to look different for everybody. How you work your business. Some people work it on Instagram. Some people work it on Facebook. Some people work it on TikTok. So if you necessarily don't see somebody working it in a specific area, just know that's because they don't. All right. They work it differently. And also, face to face. I absolutely, when I am out and about, I am always talking to people. And honestly, I didn't even realize how much I was a face-to-face person until like my kids are always like, Mom, for God's sakes, somebody, I am always talking to somebody because somebody will ask me what I'm up to, what I'm doing now. And that opens the door for me to tell them, well, I'm still doing the Thrive. And they're like, really? Does that work? And I'm like, yeah. Like, why would I talk about it? Because people trust me, and I take that very seriously when I'm trying to help my customers. I want them to trust me. I want them to know that if a product that I'm recommending them isn't working, I want to know, okay? Because I want them to refer people to me and to also get referrals themselves. So I want to make sure they have the right combination. So checking back in with your customers, that's what's going to keep your business and keep those repetition of customers coming back. And I get customers that like they quit ordering for a month or 2 months or whatever. Maybe they didn't finish taking all their product. Then they restart taking it. And then boom, they're messaging me, hey, I want to switch things up. I want to do this or I want to do that. So just don't be afraid to follow up with people that have won in the past, like ordered and quit ordering, even promoters that quit working, like follow up with them because we've had a lot of people come back this past 30 days, like literally a ton of people that have come back the last 30 days. And then also, there was something else I was going to say on that. But really just getting yourself focused in a game plan every single day. Do not overcomplicate this business. Do not feel like you need to be 20 places all at once. Get focused on one platform majorly, that you can make your connections, that you're doing your follow-ups and so forth. Don't spread yourself so thin that you're literally just putting something out there for everybody, because then you're not really reaching anybody.
Mhm.
So I hope that really sinks in what I just said. Instead of posting just everywhere where you're not really reaching anyone, get focused in on one area that you can really make those connections, because that's where you're going to start to sign your customers. That's where you're going to start to sign your promoters, because that's where you're spending more time intentionally, right? Instead of spreading yourself thin. So Jackie, I'll be right back. Okay. I'm sorry.
Okay. I mean, that was a great tip. I was like literally just sitting here soaking in a lot of that stuff. Okay, so we're in month end right now. Something that I've been doing that's been working. I have been going through my promoters list, like my sponsorship list. That's one. I've been talking to all of my personals, and I've been asking them like, hey, have you tried Elite yet? Okay, like I know I can go look in their cloud and see if maybe they've placed an order, but reality of it is that sometimes people don't place orders on their own accounts, right? Sometimes maybe they're ordering it from their husband's account or like a family member or whatever. So I never assume, and I just get straight to the point. I will message somebody out of the blue and I'll be like, hi, and I'll ask them, be like, hey, have you tried Elite yet? You know, when you log into your cloud office, what does your rank advancement dial say? Because these are things that we cannot see on our end, okay? So I would start there. If you guys haven't talked to your personals in a long time, don't be afraid, because when you reach out to them, you're actually trying to help them, okay? Doesn't matter if you haven't talked to them in forever in a day. It really doesn't matter. Doesn't matter if they fell off. Hopefully you guys are still in good terms and nothing like crazy, but if you just reach out to them and just say, hey, like, have you tried Elite yet? And, you know, when you log into your cloud office, what does your rank advancement dial say? Okay. There's a lot of people who don't even log in, right? They haven't logged in like months or whatever. Maybe they don't even know what kind of rank advancement they're eligible for, right? So I highly encourage you guys to do this. I did it just the other day, or just did it earlier today. And one of my girls, she was an 80K, you guys. She has a 12K rank advancement like thingy right now, but I asked her, I'm like, hey, have you tried Elite? She said, no, I haven't yet. I have 6 weeks left of Thrive. She's like, I do want to try it. You know, nursing school is kicking my ass. And like, you know what I mean? Like, I would never know what rank she has available. She probably didn't even know what rank she has available. It's just a seed that I'm planting today. Like, hey, I need you to come back and try Elite. What does your rank advancement dial look like? And now that she's seen it, I'm going to leave the rest up to her, right? If she wants to come back, she can come back. I love people where they're at, but I you know, she probably doesn't even know where she's at right now, right? Now she does, right? And she's, anyway, so that's something that I would recommend for you guys to do. And another thing, I was speaking to some of my leaders earlier, sometimes it doesn't matter. Like, even if you reach out to some people just don't want to do the work. They're just not ready to come back. They're not ready to, you know, do certain things and stuff. And that's okay too, right? That is honestly okay too. You've done your job to follow up with, you know, someone who once said they wanted this opportunity. I know that Twin in the past, like, because we've been through a lot of these seasons over and over, we're like, oh my God, it's rank advancement season. And like, such an amazing opportunity. Like, I just wish that my, you know, old promoter would do this with me, right? Twin, she in the past, she used this verbiage, like, you know, like what did she say? She said, I forget exactly what she said. It was kind of like, you know, damn it, forget what she said. It had something to do with like, you know, what made you like step away from the business? Because a lot of people, they step away without saying a word, you guys. and you never get that closure, right? You never get that closure of why they went or whatever. And sometimes they're not ready to talk about it right away. But as like time passes and you ask them the questions, like, honestly, I was just going through a lot, like, you know, it might be like 4 months ago. I was going through a lot 4 months ago. I was going through a lot a year ago. And like, you know, now I'm finally like in a better space or whatever. And that might be the first conversation that you need to have with someone in order for them to get their foot back into the door, right? But you have to have those conversations in order to like, you know, otherwise people are just going to go about their merry way. They probably haven't been thriving. They're probably feeling like they're fine without Thrive. A little part of them maybe misses it, right? But like they need a little bit of a push that, hey, like, you know, I'm still here. The community's still here. The opportunity's still here. Where are you at, right? Like, when are you going to come back? And sometimes when you ask them, when are you going to come back? They're just like, damn, like, you know, damn, why would I even leave, right?
I think sometimes people can just feel disconnected and they don't really know like where they belong, right? It's kind of like my 12-year-old daughter today. She was like telling me about on the way home from school. I always use like real life experiences about like not having that partner in class, right? And I think a lot of times like she's getting ready to try track out for the first time. And I think it's really because she wants to one get more active, but really she wants to be part of something. And I think sometimes when we can step away, we stop plugging into Zoom calls, we stop plugging into team chats or the team pages or so forth. We can just easily kind of drift out there and kind of get out of our sequence of things, right? So I think refalling in love with Thrive, falling in love with the business and helping people is really what always keeps me coming back and keeps me involved. And it's like I have seen what this business and this opportunity has done for people over the years. That it's what makes me continuously know that there's an opportunity for anybody. And then knowing that somebody could start their business for free and that they can run their business every single month, you know, these credits that we get, and then the ability to get these more credits during the VIP periods. And just every time you turn around, it's a way that we're able to give back and to reinvest into our businesses. Um, it's honestly, guys, this we're only going to see like summer's going to be coming up, and if you haven't seen it, right, like we have Ultimate Thriver, okay, like that's like the halfway point, submitting those photos coming up, all right. What is it, next week those photos are due. When is
Yeah,
it, when's the date? I
it's
should.
Thursday. This Thursday it's due.
Yes,
So
this Thursday.
yeah,
Okay.
I
I
did,
was
what
like,
was it,
I knew
March
it was
3rd?
like the beginning of March, and I'm like, wait, what was the date though? I couldn't remember. So the beginning this Thursday, the photos will be due. By the way, shout out to Jamie Pecca because holy crap, you guys have had to have seen her photos circulating around. And since she's my sponsor, like I have to like give her an extra shout out because I would not be here without her. But anyways, her photos just like have blown my mind. But also, you know, Ultimate Thriver, people, new people coming in obviously can get involved in that. So like you want to like really start talking about summer vacation, paying off like their debts and things like that. Those are the key words that you guys, people really want to hear right now. Saving up for a summer trip. That's what a lot of people are going to use rank advancement money for, to be able to go and take their families on vacations, to pay off debt. So like really kind of linking those advancement bonuses and like this income, this extra income anyways. I just saw Courtney Glazier made a post and it was, how big is your house and how much is your electric bill? Dude, her house, first off, she said her house was 5,000 square feet. Her electric bill's $1,300 a month. I said, holy crap. Like, that's crazy town. Now, I mean, there were people that had very similar size houses. My houses have never been that big. But anyways, like I was like $1,300 a month for an electric bill. That's crazy town. But people need to be able to pay their bills. So this extra income, like you have no clue what certain people's bills are, and what like this could pay for. Even their kids like events every single week. Like dance is really expensive. Leah used to be in dance and my goodness, it was pricey. And so like every single week, I think like grocery money, gas money. I have a diesel vehicle and running back and forth to Leah's school every day. It takes me a half hour. I have no signal on the back roads. But I'm like, oh gosh, 4 trips back and forth when track starts. That's going to be expensive. I'm like, that's going to be like $200 a week in gas, like in diesel, because I have a diesel vehicle. So, anyways, and it's like $5 a gallon right now. That's expensive. That's like really expensive.
No, it has been really hard. I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of the inquiries and stuff that I've been getting right now, Amanda, and like I feel so like I feel deeply for like the people who have been reaching out, right? And I'm just like, oh my God, we need to help you. A lot of people right now are just saying, I need an extra income, right? But I don't have money to get started. And I'm like, hey, we need to hop on a call. I'm going to show you how to do this for free. But it's a really big thing right now, right? Like just like what you're saying, like people's bills and stuff. I think like over this last little winter, there was like a really big like cold front, and like people's bills went through the roof just trying to heat their homes and stuff. And like now more than ever, like yes, we have residual like bills, right? Those bills will never go away. It doesn't matter if your home is paid off, doesn't matter if your car is paid off or any of those things. You still have to pay for those utilities and all these like things, right? So people need income. Like it doesn't even matter, right? Like if you have no debt, right? People have these residual bills, and these residual bills are getting really, really damn expensive, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, right now, like more than ever, I've been seeing a lot of people who've been saying, I don't have money, I don't have money, I don't have money, right? And at the same time, they're like, I can't do Thrive right now because I don't have money. And I'm like, well, that's even more reason why you should do Thrive. So I want you to like encourage you guys to really just fine tune like how you guys can talk to people about that, right? Because like you're gonna get that excuse a lot right now. I don't have money, I just don't have money, I just don't have money. And like for me, like I've had some people who have, you know, started on the products with me, and then obviously they're like, they can't even order their next set because they're like, oh my God, like I don't have any, I'm waiting for my tax return to come back. And I'm like, hey, well, you know, I know your tax return's coming. This is going to be a really good time for you once you do get it in for you to promote. But I want to prep you early for it because you can actually start like earning money here for free, right? Start talking to people about that. I have them in my inbox right now, right? It's what is Annie saying? Yep, she's getting that too. They're just waiting for their tax returns, you guys.
Mhm.
They need this opportunity like more than anything, like now, right? So take the time. And here's the thing, okay? We have a free opportunity, but putting in the time is not really free, right? You guys have to take the time out of your day to help the people that need this opportunity. And that's not free. So honestly, the time is expensive because you guys got to find time to, hey, when can you hop on a call? Right. Let me explain to you how this works and like how you can get started and like literally start tomorrow, right? Start right now. Start making a post right now, right? That's the part that costs us, right? For us, it costs us time, but like we need to set that time aside if we really want to like change someone's life, right? And once you do get them off the ground and going, they're going to be self-sufficient, and they're going to start generating, right? They're going to start generating new thrivers. They're going to start generating income for themselves and for you, right? So that's the part where it costs.
Yeah, so I think really too, I like to get a few people. If I have a set of people that want to start for free, I try to get them all like, okay, this is the start day, and then I try to get them all together, and I try to do a one Zoom with them, answer any questions, and get a game plan together of exactly how they can kind of go about that. And I think that differs for everyone a little bit, but I always try to get a sample into their hands at least so that they can share how their true product testimony is. Because I think that's an important aspect for somebody that's getting started. So if you can at least get samples into their hands. And if you have a sample and it's somebody that is serious, willing to share, then that is the one time I will send out for free. Okay, to somebody is that they are literally willing to invest, and meaning that they are willing to post, they are willing to share, they are willing to talk, because that is going to ultimately bring in more eyes, more questions, more views, and so forth. But they're going to then share their testimony once they get their product and their intention is starting their business. Um, And then that's also too, whenever I offer get, cash back on so forth, whenever they're able to get started. A lot of times that's whenever, we might have a fast start bonus, or like we just have with like we just had with like the customer appreciation and promoter, like the different types of stuff that we get, right? Like we'll always have some kind of BOGO or some kind of promotion going on. You guys, Lavelle does that all the time on purpose. So it's like kind of hitting whatever it is that we have on the table, and then what can I add to that? It's kind of what I'll do. But if somebody's not in a position to purchase, I don't want them to feel like they can't get started. They still can get started. That's why it's free to join as a promoter. That's why it's free to join as a customer. But they have to be willing to make the post and to put it out there. I guess that's where I'm at with that. And then also, I did want to say this. So, just a rule of thumb, if you've not reached out to your customers and seen if they want to promote, do that. I promise you it's worth asking. And also reaching out to old promoters if they've kind of dropped off or so forth, reaching out to them right now, because, like Jackie said, there's people that have dials and I can see a lot of them. I can't see like what they dropped to or whatever. I can just see like what their next rank is that they're close to. And that's like, okay, so some of these people I know have been at certain ranks before, but I also see them starting to climb back up. So I'm like, okay, that's great. So like I'm reaching out to those people, especially if I know they don't really have a lot of team in between them and I, to make sure they understand, hey, like you could be like on the edge of a bonus. And there's some people that are short legs. So make sure you have the amount of legs. Like you need to have at least 4 qualified and active legs if it's 40K or above. I see some people that are close to 40K rank, but they only have 3 qualified and active legs. So therefore they will not hit that 40K rank advancement bonus, nor will they hit the 40K rank qualification if they do not have that 4th leg. So making sure that you have your qualified and active legs, to making sure that you are qualified and active as you finish out the month and you go into the next month, having that first time order. I know sometimes you can see that red as the month goes over, but as long as you have had an order placed or you have customers ordering that have over 100 QV, you're good. You're good. Okay. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else you can think of? I feel like I could talk all night, but at the same time, I feel like I'm just going to say the same thing, because really, guys, it comes down to getting the work done, right? Just really kind of getting down to, hey, okay, who am I reaching out to today? Who could use this? Who needed this? Who needs to thrive for free? Reaching down within your team, asking them like, hey, you can't beg people to work that don't want to work, right? So grabbing onto the hands of those that want to do this business, and then reaching out and not being afraid to find new, not being afraid to find new. I promise you, a lot of times that's where the most excitement is coming from, or the
I
new
want to
promoters.
I want to do a special shout out to, I know she's not on right now. She just had a baby, and it's funny because a lot of you guys know her. She was one of my very first business partners in this business. Her name is Crystal Chow. Last night it was kind of crazy. I had flown in from wherever I was flying in from, Orange County. I came home to get to work to finish up the promoter appreciation stuff. So I go into my reports, right? I go into my reports, and there's like this report in there called reps close to rank. And I was doing what Amanda was saying, right? I was digging around the reports, seeing who was possibly close to a rank. And, it's really important that you as a promoter are going into your cloud and you're looking at all the people in there, because sometimes you're the best person to know what your people are up to, right? Amanda doesn't know what my personally enrolled is up to, right? I am that bridge. I'm that bridge that knows, yes, I know she just had a baby. I know all the things she's got going on in life. I know what her schedule is like, right? So I was in there and I saw that her volume was like, I don't know, like four grand away, a little less than 4 grand away from 40K. And I didn't know which rank advancement she was going for, because I just didn't know. Like I had no idea. But I asked her, I'm like, hey, what is your rank advancement dial at? And she's like, I have the 40K one. And she like logged in. She's like, oh my God, because we had that double volume happen, you guys, that double volume that was kicking in. And she saw how close she was to that rank advancement, and she sealed it off last night. So last night we popped a 40K VIP rank advancement, which was huge, you guys. And something that's really special about Crystal is she flew through the ranks with me very quickly, right? All the way through, you know, all the way up to 80K and beyond, really, really close to 200K. And like seasons happen, she's always been here as a leader to help her team. So if her team needs something, she, you know, she's there, right? She's at the events and all these things. Just recently, she hasn't been at the events because she's got like a 5-month-old baby, right? Totally excusable, but she's there for her team. She's there in the chats, right? She has not been eligible for one of these rank advancements in a very long time, right? Because she's almost at the top of the company. But however the cards fell, like, you know, in the past 6 months, like she was eligible for this rank advancement and she got it. So really, really special, you guys. The amount of her rank advancement is the same amount of rank advancement that me and her originally got in the beginning of this business. So it's really special. Really, really special. And Amanda, you know, even crazier is I get to share a little piece of that with her just for being her sponsor, right? And she messaged me yesterday, she's like, thank you for poking around. She's like, I wouldn't have seen that yesterday and seen the opportunity because some double volume got her to that. And she's got her head on straight. She's like, I know what this means, right? Like if we have double volume happening, I got to replace this. I'm like, great. When can I come home? When can we break out all that, you know, that 800 pack and flip it? Let's go talk to all your old customers who were thriving and get them on Elite, right? That's the easiest way. Like we have so many tools right now, you guys, and that's the angle that I'm going in at. Like, yes, I'm trying to get new people, but I'm also taking all of my Elite. I ran out of my Elite, the first initial like load that I got of Elite, it's out already. Like I had to tell my assistant, like, you know, just yesterday, I'm like, I need new samples, like make me new samples out of the new stuff because like it's gone. You know what I mean? Like I'm literally getting as much Elite into people's hands as possible, and it's working, you guys. I don't know what it is. Elite is it has like a different spike to it. Like it doesn't like peak as hard, so I think it doesn't scare people off. I don't know if you guys are experiencing the same thing. So personally, I've been doing really, really well sampling out Elite. And even though it's marketed towards weight loss, you guys, and some people might not be interested in weight loss, I don't care. I'm getting it onto them anyways, because people are not going to lose weight that is not meant to be lost, right? Yep. Like that's just, and some people aren't going to lose weight at all because they're not making the right like lifestyle changes or whatever. And it's honestly, it's not a magic pill. So I've been having really good results, and you know, with sampling out Elite. And, you know, don't worry about disappearing. You're not going to disappear out into thin air if you don't want to lose weight. I have even put on like a couple pounds of muscle, you know, just because of the increase in protein alone, right? And my cravings have gone down. Like our formula right now has that carb blocker. I don't know, Amanda, have you been on Elite?
I have been on Elite, and I actually, it's so crazy because I had recently gone through a period where I had gotten really bad at my nighttime snacking. So since I started Elite, I have been breaking that very slowly and kind of like changing. And I have been craving protein a lot. So I've actually not seen the scale move gigantically yet, but to my own fault. All right. With certain aspects of it. However, I have noticed that my clothes are fitting differently. And I told Tim the other day, I was like, okay, I gained like 20 pounds after our wedding. And I was like, it's time to kick it into high gear. I was like, so first thing for myself, I had to break the nighttime eating. That was like getting into being a bad habit. It was like every single night eating something before bed. Not anything like super bad or anything, just like not things that were like also nutrient like reasons. So anyways, I started eating an apple with this protein type mixture. And I have noticed a very big, very, very big change in the way that my clothes are fitting and just the things that I crave. I don't crave like junk now like I did, which is a nice thing. And I don't enjoy greasy foods anyways. I haven't for the past few years since I had my surgery. So I don't have like I don't know. I crave healthier foods. I crave fruits and vegetables. And then like high protein. I've been doing like protein puddings and so forth. Um, and like eating a lot of apples. I
I
don't know
agree.
why I'm craving apples. Apples have been like a thing for me, like with this protein, this Greek yogurt protein dip stuff that I saw on TikTok. But it's like outstanding and it's really kind of been a good thing for me. And which I've actually had a lot of my customers that switched to Elite tell me they've had very similar type of reactions. Like they have kind of had cravings for more things that are like have nutrients to them. So I don't know if you guys have a lot of people doing that too, but I did want to say while we were talking about it, because I was looking at it last night and then I just was looking at it now, and yesterday there were 129 people close to rank, and today there's 124 close to rank. So that tells me that some people hit it, and there's also more kind of shifting through it. And there are a lot of you all very close to ranks. So, and I do see some of you missing legs and so forth. So I have people I have to reach out to. Um, Holy moly. And can I just hold up. You just shouted out Crystal for the 40K, but I
Mhm.
just want you all to know this. She's going to be getting that 80K bonus next month. Okay. Because she's literally, you all, she's like 16 away from the 80K, 16,000 from 80K. Like it just flipped that quick.
And I mean, we've got a plan for that. We're planning to pop a 12K, like, you know, or repop a 12K, because that's honestly how you get to, like, you know, the bigger ranks, is you help other people in your
Yes.
team like hit those ranks, right? So we've got a plan for that. I mean, I see some of them on here right now.
Mhm. Yeah, and I think and I know some of you guys might have been like, wait a second, how'd she just go 40K last month or last night? And then like now she's like that close. Because you guys, it can literally happen that quick. And I see a lot of you guys, like really close to, yes, that 12K rank. A lot of you really, really close to 4K. There's a couple of you close to 200K, which is awesome, 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 awesome to see. But yeah, it really does. It comes down to, helping those lower ranks. Whenever you're getting up there, you start having, okay, who needs to go 4K? Who wants to go 12K? Who's going to be pushing for this? And you just get really zoomed in and focused on that, and I promise it starts to like spiral. The momentum is absolutely off the charts. It gets absolutely crazy going into the month end. But I don't want any of you guys to get discouraged if you do not hit it, because you're creating your momentum as you go in through these next few months. Okay. So just keep on pushing yourselves and keep on knowing that anything can happen. Oh my gosh. I am so sorry. My fever is like spiking in the middle of me talking right now. If you haven't noticed my face, I'm like, oh god. I can feel it happening. But so if I feel like I'm like going off on a tangent, I'm really sorry. I hope you guys understand.
No, and I've actually said this before on like previous Zooms, that, you know, in the beginning, every brand new person when they come in, right, that we teach them how to go for VIP. And you know, a lot of people when they come in, the very first month they come in, they come very close to 4K or they achieve 4K, right? And that is the most duplicatable rank in our business, right? It's the most duplicatable rank in our business, and VIP is literally the way to get you guys there. So I want you guys to remember that, okay? Because if in your first 30 days you've been able to get to close to 4K or whatever, if you're trying to get to 12K by the end of rank advancement, all you really need is like 2 people who are coming in doing that same thing, right? Doing that same thing that you're doing, right? Break it down that way. Our old compensation plan used to have it broken down that way. If you want to hit 12K, help 2 people go 4K and you be a 4K yourself. That was basically how they mapped it out for us, just so we would have an idea of like how to build, right? So, you know, if you are in this business and you don't have a business partner yet that is on the same page as you, I want that to be your first goal, right? Because a lot of us, sometimes we come into this and we're like, damn, nobody's working with me, right? How many of you guys feel like that? How many of you guys feel like you're alone and you don't have anybody to work with you? I don't have a team yet, right? I hear that all the time. I don't have a team yet. Okay, well, how do you create a team is you look at your customers who could possibly use this opportunity, right? And offer them the opportunity. That's the only thing you can really do, is just look at your customers and just be like, hey, I know you've been thriving with me for a while. Like, have you ever thought about doing this? Have you ever thought about promoting? They're going to give you their reasons and their answers, and they're going to probably tell you they don't have time, money, energy, right? Those are some of the most common things, like, I don't have time for it, I'm too busy, you know, whatever. But, you know, just talk to them, right? Just talk to them and just tell them like, hey, I didn't have time either. Use the feel, felt, found method, right? Because and like, you know, the more objections you personally had coming into this business, like, I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys were really tough to come into this business, like probably watched for a long time. Maybe you're one of the most skeptic people in the world. Maybe you were a Thrive hater. I know a lot of people that were, right? But the more objections that you like had and overcame, you're going to be able to like break through people that have those same objections, right? But that's where I would start. If you guys do not have a promoter that's doing this with you, that's where I want you guys to start. And where you guys literally start with that is start with your customers. And if you guys don't have that, like, start talking about the opportunity on your damn stories, right? Nobody knows that you have an opportunity if you're just posting about it like you're a customer. Okay, that is like a, you know, that's some tough love right there. But no, really, if you guys are not talking about the opportunity, then like, how does anybody know that you have one, or
Yeah.
that, you know?
And you can't be afraid to talk about the opportunity, you guys. I know, like, if you're not comfortable talking about money, you don't have to talk about money, but just talking about being able to do extra things with your kids, pay for extra bills and so forth. You don't have to like name dollar amounts or anything like that. I know some people are very, very reserved when it comes to that kind of stuff. That's okay. You can still offer an opportunity, a way to make some extra money right now, especially during this time, because a lot of people do need it. And they're not going to just speak out. I can remember when I got started in this industry, my mom knew how much we were drowning. Nobody else knew. Nobody else knew how much we were drowning around me. But that it was just a really big reality for my family, unfortunately. And there are a lot of families that are in that same situation, especially right now after the past couple years, especially after this past year. And like, minimum wage is terrible. I don't know what it is where you guys live, but like, I mean, my poor kids, like, they go out and like 16, 17 years old, and like they're making $11 an hour at their jobs. And I'm just like, our one son, he just turned 19. And honestly, him trying to make his rent and pay his bills every month, it is sad. It is so stressful, and then trying to go to school and do things on top of that, it is very hard for people to make it. And like, rent around here is, easily over $1,000 a month. So you definitely you're not even hardly making that. You're not even hardly taking that home whenever you're making minimum wage. So it's a big struggle. So it's a reality. But anyways, I think we really hit some key points tonight. And I think that, like Jackie said, grabbing onto somebody's arm and really running with them, whether that's a customer, whether that's a promoter, whatever that may be, but really you yourself talking about that opportunity and putting it out there for people is going to be the best place to start. That's where you're going to create your momentum. That's where you're going to create your excitement. And that's where you're going to stay excited. So,
Celebrate all wins, you guys. Celebrate all wins. If your customer had an amazing day, even though it doesn't sound like they were a day one thriver, but they're pushing through, like, celebrate them. Celebrate every single win, right? Because those little tiny achievements and all that stuff, those customers and stuff, the ones that you're celebrating and you put it out there, people are going to see that you are truly helping people, and they're going to open up to you, right? Like, that's how you get people to open up to you. And another thing too, a tip for you guys, I said it on last night's recording Zoom. I said, if you guys have the effort to hop onto a call for a damn hour, you guys have the effort, you put that effort into your customers, right? put it into your customers, because that's where you're going to start seeing changes and stuff in your business. And if you guys are hopping onto the Zoom and you guys take a screenshot, put a little bit more oomph into why you're here, right? Like, don't just post it and be like, posting me and whatever. Post like, what are you learning here today, right? What have you been learning here today? What would intrigue somebody to want to hop onto a call like this and be a part of our community and stuff like that? Do just a little bit more, you know what I mean? Something a little bit more exciting, because I mean, people get bored of seeing you guys hop onto a Zoom every however often, right? And I want to encourage you guys too, as you guys are promoting on social media, like, no one person is duplicatable, but you definitely want to be doing actions and posting them on social media that look duplicatable. That way people want to join your business, right? Like, we all have our own personalities and all these things and stuff, but if you make things look a little bit too hard or too difficult, people are going to be like, I can't do what you do, right? They're going to be like, I can't do what you do. And it's going to make your job just a little bit harder. I mean, I don't see a lot of you guys doing too much of that, but just little tips and stuff, right? Make sure that it looks easy enough, it looks fun, and that it's pretty clear and to the point, right? What are we here for? We're here to help people. There's still a lot of people who have no idea what Thrive is, and they only have their ideas of like, oh yeah, it's probably a weight loss thing, right? But it's not. It's way more than that. It's a lot more than that. It's something that we really want everyone else to experience for what it is, not what they think it is, right? Because a lot of people just think it's, in like Amanda's words, a crack patch.
Yeah. I will never live that down. I will never live that down. But anyways, all right, guys, I hope everybody has an amazing night. I promise I'll get this recording up immediately. And I'll get this recording up immediately. And just know, I believe in you guys. And if you ever need any help, just reach out. Just reach out to one of us. And I promise we'll be there to help you. Okay. So have a good night. Thanks, Jackie.
Feel better, Amanda.
Thank you.